one thing I've been really enjoying recently is like junk journaling, collages, scrapbooking. So like I'm trying to learn how to take better photos so my scrapbooks look better. Um, I've always wanted to do like a ceramics class.
Yeah.
And so like putting energy towards like developing those hobbies.
Right.
Or one thing that I really love is baking. I have a
Uh-huh.
sourdough starter
Ooh,
that
nice.
I've been feeding and dumping. But
But not doing anything with it.
yes.
Yes, I have one of those too.
Welcome to the Unstuck Career Podcast with your host, Ken Williams. Each week, we move along your path to possibility so you can finally have the life you want. Let's learn how to deal with people you never wanted to be friends with together so you can become unstuck and unstoppable in your career and life.
Welcome back to another episode of Unstuck Career. I'm here with Emma. Welcome, Emma.
Hello.
Emma is a brave soul who I posted a couple of videos saying, hey, be on my podcast. And she said, sure, what the heck?
Yeah.
so, so we have had 6 minutes of conversation before hitting record. So I know almost nothing other than her name is Emma. So
Yes.
welcome.
It's nice to be here.
So let's start with the important stuff. What part of the country/world do you live in?
I live in the Chicago area.
Okay, so just down the
Oh,
street I'm in Indianapolis,
oh nice. Yeah. Yeah.
around the corner,
Yeah. Short little
across
drive
the
away.
time zone.
Yeah.
Well, good. Are you lifelong Chicagoan or are you
I
transplant?
am a Great Lakes girl.
Okay.
I grew up in the Chicago area and then I moved to Michigan
Uh-huh.
for about 6 years.
Okay.
Went to college, got my master's degree, and then recently wound up moving back in with my parents.
Okay.
So what you got to do when you graduate from
Right.
school.
So what'd you get your master's in?
I got my master's in behavior analysis.
Okay.
So a subset of psychology.
Okay. Cool. And how do you like that?
Right now, I do like behavior analysis.
Uh-huh.
I find it very interesting, very fascinating. It's just the particular way that I'm using behavior analysis.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do something different.
Okay.
Like studying human behavior and knowing human behavior is a very valuable skill.
Uh-huh.
But right now I provide therapy to children
Okay.
with autism spectrum disorder. And I have learned that specific route is just not for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it the working with children that is not quite aligned, or is it the autism spectrum disorder, or is it something beyond that?
It's definitely not autism.
Okay.
I'm neurodivergent,
Okay.
and I love working with other neurodivergent folks.
Okay.
It's part of it is the children.
Okay.
And other people that work in the education domain, I'm sure can relate to this.
Sure.
I'm ready to go to work and not worry about being physically assaulted by
Okay.
tiny hands.
Yes, I can understand that. And yeah,
Yeah.
are you in a how do I want to ask this? Because I want to be sensitive to of course, privacy of some of the kids that you work with,
Mm-hmm.
all of the kids that you work with.
Yeah.
But is it are you in um an office setting? Are you like in a school setting? Are you like in a
I'm a clinician. So
Okay.
I work in a small clinic, and the current position that I hold is a BCBA. And so a part of what I also don't love is just kind of the way that the role is set up.
Okay.
You have these kids receive one-on-one therapy
Mm-hmm.
all day.
Okay.
And I oversee the therapy that's being provided.
Okay.
So I'm I'm the case manager,
Okay.
essentially. And most of my day is spent supervising these therapy sessions,
Mm-hmm.
and then also coaching parents,
Okay.
also making sure that the teachers at school feel supported, as well as making sure that the clients are making progress, they have enough stuff to run, the therapists are implementing it with fidelity, and also the kids, some of them engage in really big behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
It's not their fault. I never blame the child.
Sure.
But some of these situations can be very high intense, very stressing.
Yeah.
And so not only do I have my hands in multiple pots, I'm also dealing with these very intense situations sometimes.
Right.
That are very topical.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not the best word to put it, but just very intense situations.
Right. So, what is it about is it one of the things that I've heard from people that are in a situation like yours is that as they get removed from the tactical,
yes,
and you become more oversight than implementation. That's hard for some people, especially if they have a gift or a talent for the tactic. Is that something that plays into your situation, that you don't get to do the therapy as much as?
Yeah, that is definitely something that plays into it, because I do love working with children. Like that, one of the reasons that led me to where I am now is that's where most of my experience is.
Okay.
I am the oldest daughter, so I was always babysitting. I was always around children. And that's where most of my experience was.
Right.
And I was a phenomenal one-on-one. I was a phenomenal registered behavior technician, a one-on-one therapist. And then you get to the point where you've stopped implementing and you're writing. And I feel like I've navigated it now, but it was a massive shift going from looking to somebody else
right
for guidance and having people look at you and judging your decisions. And now people's stress levels are also in your hands. And that was a really, really hard shift.
Right. So one of the reasons that people a lot of times reach out to me is the word. It's funny because they can't think of a better word than stuck. They just feel stuck. And I can't think of a better word, so I say stuck too. So tell me a little bit about what it is that has you feeling like you're stuck. I was trying to think of something better and I can't.
Yeah. No, what has me feeling stuck is I've been going on this self-discovery journey of figuring out what I really like and what I do not like. And, trying to figure out what type and where I am is I know now more of what I don't like.
Okay.
But it's just kind of so much of my experience is in the field of applied behavior analysis. And now I'm looking and I'm like, well, you get to be a BCBA and then that's where you are. And now I'm like, okay, well, I don't love that. And I'm looking around and I'm like, where are the other doors? And where I have a skill set and I have a transferable skill set, but to what? I don't know.
Right. So what I hear you saying, and you can tell me if I've missed something, but what I hear you saying is that you've got a skill set that you really love to exercise, to implement.
Yes.
You have a role that doesn't allow you to use that skill set.
Yeah, it's more of my role allows me to use my skill set. It's just the work is so intense. It's so fast paced.
Okay.
Where, I would love to have a job where I can just I can take a 20-minute break if I need it. and like work at my pace. I
Okay.
feel like is where I'm kind of looking.
Okay. So a little bit more uh, autonomy. Is that
Mhm.
okay?
Yeah, more autonomy.
Okay. So you get to control the day to day, your schedule, things like that.
Yeah. Or just like more quiet time.
Okay.
I feel like I need to find a good balance of like working like solitary work where
Hmm.
it's just me working and also working with people
Okay.
because I'm learning like I am very introverted and I
Mm.
need more time just to sit and just like do work alone
Right.
and like balancing that between me like meeting with people, observing, being social,
Hmm.
whatever, because right now it's 7 out of my 8 hour day I'm spent with people, observing, talking, directing, problem
Hmm.
solving out loud, and I'd like just more quiet time.
Yeah, that makes sense. As an introvert, that probably gets to be draining for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So something that's going to be a little bit more paced.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Paced is a good word.
Okay. Um, so for just a minute, let's talk about what's the impact of the exhausting pace that you're in
Mm-hmm.
right now, um, not having control over the structure of the day.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of impact is that having?
It exhausts me. I feel like it takes away from my the rest of my life
Okay.
because I go home at the end of the day and I would love to join a class. I would love to, go and work out, but I come home and I am just so unfathomably exhausted. Just exhausted to my core.
Yeah. And so how long has this been an issue? How long have you been in the job or in that? Really, how long has it been um, this level of exhaustion?
Ooh, I would say 2 years.
Okay. So 2 years, is it getting better or worse?
I feel like I've been trying and I've been working really, really hard. It's been getting better, but
Okay.
that's because recently I just kind of like had this realization that like I can I just like need to change my perception
Okay.
of things and like I am exhausted, but I need to do stuff after work. So it's been better, but it's because I've been kind of really forcing myself.
Yeah, kind of a brute force
Yeah.
pushing
Force.
yourself. Okay. Um, so if what's your runway? How much longer can you put up with this level of exhaustion, this pace, this with and before something has to change?
I would say like 6 more months.
Okay.
I feel like before I'm like I am, and that's being very generous because I have been like job searching
Hmm.
for a bit.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, like at my most 6 months before I'm like, I,
It's going to be your limit.
yeah.
Okay. What would be your ideal if what time frame? If 6 months is your limit, what's the sweet spot?
The sweet spot would be like, I'd say like two.
Okay. So within the next 2 months, you'd like to have something that's going to be less draining, a little bit maybe more supportive of um, your personal limits.
Personal
Okay,
limits. Yeah.
cool. Makes total sense. So I like that. That's
Hmm.
you've got a good perspective on what is what you're up against.
Yes.
So let's pivot for a minute and just talk about what it is that you would love to have. Let's just suppose
Hmm.
that at the 6 months, well, let's just say in the 2 months. So at the
Hmm.
2 months mark, you've got exactly what you need.
Hmm.
It's going to be supportive, it's going to be helpful, it's going to be enjoyable, you're going to be in the situation that just lights you up. You've got your
Hmm.
skill set. You get to use that on a regular basis. You
Hmm.
get to manage your flow
Hmm.
from a schedule standpoint. Tell me what would be different. What would that look like?
What that would look like is a balance of helping people to independent work. Um, I really like helping people. And I really like mentoring, teaching, those kinds of things. Um, but more balanced of like instead of I don't know why this is zooming out and zooming in. Um, something that is like even like half and half, like 4 hours out of the day, I'm meeting
Okay,
with people instead of the full seven,
right.
or something a bit more balanced where I do have my own office space. I do have a space that I can just sit and like be alone in, but also some time to go out, talk to people, help,
Right.
that kind of thing.
So kind of some a place where you could reset.
Yes.
Okay. Um, a more balanced
Yes.
schedule.
Yes.
So where you can alternate between the intensity of
Yes.
the one-on-one and the coaching, mentoring, and then
Mm-hmm.
also time to let it settle and reset.
Yes. I
Okay.
definitely need that time to settle and reset if I'm not going to dread the workday.
Right. And what else? What else would be different? What would that give you if you had that balanced flow, that opportunity to reset?
It would give me more mental energy to fully use my skill set.
Okay.
I feel like that's a big thing to like fully be able to analyze situations, analyze, patterns of behavior, analyze problems, and like come and like being able to put that all together. And also like have energy to do my best work, have energy to do the job and like do a good job versus just getting through it.
Mhm.
Because I feel like where I'm at a lot right now is like I'm getting through this report. Doesn't have to be my best work. I just need to get through it.
Okay.
But I do want to be able to have that time, space, and energy to do my best work. I just don't have that right now.
Okay. So you feel like your work is suffering because you don't have that ability to refocus, reset,
Mm-hmm.
recharge.
Yeah.
Okay. What else would that give you from a so we talked about how it would affect your career. Your
Yes.
performance would be you'd have more focus on getting the attention to things
Mm-hmm.
that you would like that they may deserve. Um, what else? Um, what other impact would that have from a lifestyle standpoint?
From a lifestyle standpoint, I would have the energy.
Okay.
I felt this last Thursday, and it was the first time I've had this feeling in years of like, I came after work and I sat down and I was like, I'm bored. I
Mm,
have energy and I don't know where to put it. And I just kind of sat there for a second and I was like, geez, when was the last time I felt this?
right.
And to have, that would mean like the ability to have just like a more enriching life outside of work.
Okay.
So time and energy to join a class.
Okay. To
Time
pursue
and
hobbies.
pursue hobbies.
Okay.
Self-care, I feel like, is a big one. Like time and energy to take care of myself well.
Right.
And, you know, and also like time and energy to really just like try to like better myself too. Like,
right.
Just being able to put that energy to myself as well.
Yeah. What are some hobbies that you would pursue if you had that time and energy? So you're sitting down thinking, I'm bored. I'm going to go. What would you do?
Yeah. I I have raging ADHD, so the hobbies come and go in cycles.
Sure.
But like joining like a crochet or
Okay.
a craft, like a crochet class.
Yeah.
One thing I've been really enjoying recently is like junk journaling, collages, scrapbooking. So like I'm trying to learn how to take better photos so my scrapbooks look better. I've always wanted to do like a ceramics class.
Yeah.
And so like putting energy towards like developing those hobbies.
Right.
Or one thing that I really love is baking. I have a sourdough starter.
Ooh, nice.
I've been feeding and dumping, but
but not doing anything with it.
Yes.
Yes, I have one of those too.
And so like, or like taking a baking class, learning a new way to like bake with sourdough starter and like stuff like that. Being able to like have energy to build a community outside of just my work and my friends.
Right. So the next question is, well, let me just, again, I want to make sure that I haven't missed anything. So where you are right now, kind of constrained by schedule, by the system that puts you in a 7-hour per day intense situation, not really time to disconnect, recharge, etc.
Yeah.
And you probably have a 6-month window where you can put up with that before things just kind of, it's too much.
Yeah.
So ideally within 2 months, you're in a situation where you have better flow, a little bit more manageable from a schedule standpoint, opportunity to recharge, disconnect, which gives you energy to give your best work to work, but then also to be bored.
Yes.
so that you can then on your own terms start to pursue hobbies, which may vary from week to week or month to month, but which is fine.
Yeah.
And that's it's fun to explore different interests. But that would give you also an outlet and an opportunity to explore things that you just don't have the capacity right now to explore.
Yeah.
What have I missed?
No, I feel like that's pretty on the spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the next question is, what do you think it'll take to get from where you are to that next step? What do you think is going to be required?
That is a phenomenal question. I feel like it's going to take some like, I go into like commitment and like grit on my end to like find what is working for me, or like to find out like what would best support me in that. So I don't know.
Okay. So that's kind of the definition of being stuck.
Yes.
I kind of know I don't love it here.
Yeah.
I kind of know what I want here, but I don't know how to get there.
Yeah.
So does that kind of explain?
Yeah.
I captured it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have good news and bad news. The good news, well, and the last question, maybe the last question is, as I almost sneeze, the do you believe that it's possible to get from where you are to that version, almost another one, of where you want to go?
Oh, absolutely. Uh, bless you. Or was it a real one?
That was a real one. I just muted myself so I didn't have to share that with everybody.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So no, it's so it's so it is possible. I agree with you.
Yes.
It is possible.
Yes.
It's just going to be not comfortable. So that's the bad news. It's not going to be comfortable. Anytime that we want to do something different. I'm laughing. If you could see the video, some of you are watching the video, but you can see that maybe I'm allergic to, I don't know, something. My son just walked in the door from college. Maybe I'm allergic to him.
Maybe.
So it is possible. It's uncomfortable because our subconscious brain is designed to protect us and keep us safe. And the bad news is the way it keeps us safe is, Emma, it's not that bad. Yeah. You can last 6 months. And then when the 6-month mark hits, well, you survive 6, you can do another 6. And then that's why we end up trapped. We end up staying stagnant because we just don't. And we run into this. Again, our subconscious wants to protect us. And so the way that it protects us is it says, it just feeds us. It's subconscious. So it's not a conscious thought. It happens below the surface. And it gives us this lie. It's a lie, but I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I don't know what's next. Because doing whatever's next is going to be unknown. And that's the problem. Yeah. The subconscious will put up with pain and suffering and anguish and torture because you know it, you understand it, and you've lived it. Yeah. But as soon as you start exploring the possibility of something better, it's going to throw things out like, but what if it's worse? But you don't know how to get there. Yeah. And so that's going to be the work to do. Yeah. There are 2 ways to do it. And I'll give you some direction, but then and for anybody else listening, there are 2 ways to do it. There are 2 ways to get from where you are to where you want to go. And there's an easy way and a hard way. And that's not true. There's a hard way and a different hard way. It's going to be hard. There's an uncomfortable way and a different uncomfortable way. The easy way is find somebody who is where you want to be or in the direction that you want to be, and then follow them. The other way is figure it out on your own. And whatever way and when I'm talking to you, Emma, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to anybody else who's listening. Yeah. It's not a problem. There's not a wrong answer. Finding it out, figuring out yourself is not wrong. Finding somebody and following them, not wrong. It's not right. It's just different. I've got a few years on you. And so oftentimes I will ask people that I talk to, how old are you? Because it gives me some context, but I know you finished your master's not too long ago. Yeah. And so I finished my master's a lot of years ago. Yeah. And so to a large extent, I figured it out on my own, but to a large extent, I didn't, because at age 55, actually, I was a little bit younger than that, 53, I was still spinning my wheels trying to figure it out. Yeah. And so, and I'll tell you the first appointment that I made with a coach was terrifying because I knew something was going to have to change, and that was going to be uncomfortable. And so that's the bad news. Yeah. The other bad news is I don't have any good news. No, the good news is that it's absolutely possible to get to where you want. Knowing that direction is the first step.
Mm-hmm.
The second step is just making a decision.
Yeah.
And the decision is, it feels terrifying on the front end because I don't know what I'm deciding. I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know what's going to be required. This is all just your subconscious saying, stay back here. Stay here where it's safe and miserable.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll tell you a quick story, and then I'll give you a couple things to work towards, and then we'll wrap this up.
Okay.
But I was miserable in my job.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like similar to you, where
Mm-hmm.
what I loved to do was coach my peers.
Mm-hmm.
I loved helping my team members or my
Yeah.
peers develop their skills to be better at their job or as managers. I
Mm-hmm.
loved it.
Yeah.
And the system,
Mm-hmm.
my boss, his boss, etc., that's not what they wanted. That's not what they
Mm-hmm.
wanted out of me. And it wasn't me personally, it was me, the position that I was holding.
Yes.
And so for a year, at least, I'll put it in air quotes, I tried to decide when I was going to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And it was hard. It was uncomfortable because I knew that leaving meant I was going to have to do something different, whether
Mm-hmm.
I found another job, not super easy, started my own coaching business, not super easy. And it wasn't until things got so uncomfortable at work that there was no other option. I
Mm-hmm.
had to step out. So I got to that 6-month point that
Yeah.
you're describing. And so as soon as, in fact, I had my resignation written, I had
Mm-hmm.
it written. My resignation date was February 6th.
Mm-hmm.
And I put it for 3 months out. And in December, I realized I can't do this. It was almost exactly from today,
Yeah.
2 years ago, that I
Mm-hmm.
had this internal conflict.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided I'm not going to make it to February.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife said, so when's your last day? And I said, December 15th. I put it out 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt amazing. It felt amazing.
Yeah.
The decision feels amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Leading up to the decision, your subconscious is going to scream, no, Emma, don't do it. No,
Yeah.
it's hard. It's uncomfortable. You don't know all this stuff. But as
Mm-hmm.
soon as you commit, this is what I'm going to do, then all of that kind of disappears. It doesn't mean that it's easy. It doesn't mean that it's
Yeah.
fun. It doesn't mean that it's comfortable. It just means that now you have clarity.
Yeah.
And this is where I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
So having said that, here's my recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
If your runway is 6 months,
Mm-hmm.
that is going to be, especially if you're working full time in a role that's going to be exhausting,
Mm-hmm.
it is going to be more exhausting. That the mental energy is going to be rough. So I would recommend find somebody, and
Yeah.
it could be me, it could be somebody that you work with, somebody who's a
Mm-hmm.
mentor, but find somebody who is in the direction that you want to go,
Mm-hmm.
and then work with them. One of the advantages of a coach is they're a mirror. They see
Mm-hmm.
things. My coach saw things in me that I just couldn't see.
Mm-hmm.
He told me to quit my job. I said, I can't because, and he said, but no, you can figure it out. I was
Mm-hmm.
55 at the time. I figured out a lot of stuff. And
Yeah.
he said, you can figure it out. And I said, but I can't. He said, but you can.
Mm-hmm.
And so I set my date and I have figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
So for 2 years so far, and I'm still figuring it out because life throws curveballs and that never ends. So that would be my recommendation. If you can last for 2 years, 3 years, then there are a lot of resources that you could take advantage of where you just figure it out and start making your pivots. But find somebody who's in that direction, and then commit. Any thoughts? And we'll keep talking after we finish the podcast. But any thoughts about that lecture that I just I just gave you?
No, I liked it. It was very insightful because like I feel like where I'm at is like when you talk about finding somebody in the direction, are you talking about like specifically like that profession, or just somebody that's also kind of like been through this?
Yes. So somebody who's been through it,
Mm-hmm.
the same type of thing, that's going to be valuable because
Mm-hmm.
you mentioned transferable skills. That's a
Yes.
transferable skill. So it doesn't matter if it's um, in my case, I'm a FedEx operation manager. I
Mm-hmm.
was at the time, and my mentor was a forklift driver. Not the
Mm-hmm.
same thing, but
Mm-hmm.
transferable, at least context for the experience. And depending on how specific you want your next step to be, it may be helpful to have somebody who has navigated that as well.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be a a singular quote solution. It could be
Mm-hmm.
I have a coach that
Mm-hmm.
is helping me with my business. I have another coach who helps me with my mindset, and so you can have different people that uh, that have different roles
Yeah.
in your personal growth and development. But one of the things that I personally have found is that it is
Mm-hmm.
so easy to slip into sleepwalking, and um, life is so much better when I get to do things on my own terms.
Yeah. I feel like that's where I am, is like that verge of slipping into sleepwalking, because like I wasn't doing too hot at work, and then I started really pushing and like trying to make things better. And yes, things are like objectively better at work,
Right,
but I feel like that's where I've slipped into sleepwalking of like, oh, things aren't like as bad anymore. You could stay here a little longer.
right.
And it's like I no, not really.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
really.
and it's that subconscious programming, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden you realize that you're 55 years old, and this is not the life that I wanted, or
Yeah.
45, or 35, or what I talk to people at anywhere from 30 usually,
Mm-hmm.
and even earlier than that sometimes, but even 30 to 60, I've
Mm-hmm.
had all at every age. I've had people reach out to me and say, "This is not the direction that I want."
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter when you realize it; you can realize it at any point in your career.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I had somebody, as an example, who reached out and said, I thought this was what I wanted. And then I had kids, and this isn't going to support the
Mm-hmm.
lifestyle that I want with my kids.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, find somebody, because that's going to help you shortcut the process. It's still going to be a trial and error, but
Mm-hmm.
they're going to be able to find some things or identify some things that are definitely going to be error. And so
Yeah.
it's entirely within reach, and that's one of the things that
Yeah.
I absolutely love as I work with people, is that most of us are so much closer to the kind of life that we want than we
Mm-hmm.
imagine, because we just assume it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And as soon as you can find somebody who believes in you,
Mm-hmm.
in your future, in your possibility, you can hold on to their belief until
Yeah.
you catch up to it.
I like that. I
So,
like that a lot.
and left to myself, I didn't have anybody else to believe in,
Yeah.
other than occasionally somebody would say something like, "Are you going to promote?" I didn't know I would be good enough to promote. And
Yeah.
so having somebody else believe in you, that's really valuable too.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So let's keep talking, but I don't want to bore everybody else. It has been a lot
Sounds
of
good.
fun chatting with you.
Yeah, it was fun chatting
So
with you too.
yeah, the thing, and this is going to be a theme with a lot of the either people who are still navigating their
Mm-hmm.
pivot, or people that have pivoted and found something that was a lot more rewarding. Um, it feels really uncomfortable and scary on the front end, and once you start making those decisions, taking decisive action, it's very liberating, exhilarating.
Yes.
And so that's what I want for people, is
Mm-hmm.
you can live the life that you want. You don't have to sleepwalk.
Yeah.
So thanks for being brave. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
And we will talk to you next week.
Get back to the work you love, where you face less stress, gain more happiness, and live into your purpose. Let me help you become unstuck and unstoppable, so you can finally have the life you want. Head over to my website to connect with me at kenwilliamscoaching.com.